Good morning. I am John. Today is Monday, November 14th, 2022. We are just a couple of weeks into my adventure of trying to become a full-time content creator after being laid off from my longtime job. Man, I had a great weekend. I sure hope you did. I did vlog on Saturday very briefly. It was Silver Lining Saturday. I kind of really wanted to. But I took your advice and I took mostly the weekend off. I mean, really Saturday I took more off, and then Sunday I was getting motivated again, so I did a few things, but it was very relaxing. I had lots of time off, lots of time doing a bunch of nothing, playing games and visiting with friends and hanging out with my wife and watching TV, all the stuff that you do when you know, the leisure stuff when you're not worried about whatever it is. And it was good. It was very good. It was solid advice. That being said, I still got stuff done because, you know, like we said last week, this is kind of not work when it's something you're super genuinely interested and passionate about. So I shipped some packages to some winners of the raffle from the live stream last week. I got some more stuff listed on eBay. I actually did a quick short, which I'm going to do more of. I'll talk about in a minute for today, about the Atari 50th anniversary package that came out last week. And a quick update, if you were following from last week when the storm came through, Nicole knocked down part of our fence. Our next door neighbor is awesome. We spoke with him about our situation and he agreed, let's just fix it for now. He's going to pay half with us, and for really, we got a guy to come out and look, and for the cost of what it would cost us for materials and parts and stuff, he's going to get it repaired, and yeah, it's not going to be a huge impact. And then he said that'll last a couple more years, and good, a couple more years, I should be gainfully employed, or this will have been a success by then. So then I'll deal with the old rotten fence later, hopefully, if the storm doesn't come and change my plans. This week was a very good indicator that I am moving the needle on YouTube. You saw, I posted in the community a thing that there was this little heads up, little mortarboard icon that says, hey, you're getting a lot more traffic because of you're posting more videos and doing stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's the plan. That's why I'm posting so many more videos and getting much more engaged. And so this isn't like time for a victory lap. This is time to push the gas harder and shift in the next gear, because, you know, it's not like I was here and now I'm there. It's like I'm here and now I'm there. I'm like, well, that's great. I still have a long way to go to get all the way up there, you know? So I've got to keep doing that over and over. I got to keep gaining 20-25% every, you know, week or two or whatever that is. And maybe there's a chance, and it should start. If we can keep that momentum, it should start kind of snowballing and, you know, compounding interest kind of deal. Except I'm talking about compound interest in the work I'm doing, not in money. You know what I mean? So that's exciting. Today, though, it's a new week. I've got a plan for a new episode of the audio podcast that comes out Thursday. It's another rewind that's all recorded, but I've got to get it edited and put together. Still plan on working on the small videos where I turn around and grab something. I've been planning that. I get logistical paralysis sometimes, where I have a great idea and no, I didn't have a great idea. You guys had the great idea. I'm provided with and ready to move on a great idea is what I mean. And then I have to plan, well, what's the best way to execute it? How do I position it? How will it be received? How am I going to package it? How am I going to thumbnail it? You know, there's all that peripheral stuff around it to make sure it's consumable. I want to do stuff that I know that you want to see. I also have to make sure that content is accessible and discoverable by a broader audience that doesn't know who the heck I am. So I think I have a plan for that. That's still in the books. You know, I find there's so many good ideas. Despite the fact I'm doing this full time, I just can't do everything at once. So I have to prioritize which things I think will make the most bang for the buck. Working on that. I mentioned I did a quick short yesterday. Short is basically YouTube's version of a TikTok. It's under 60 seconds in a short video kind of thing. And I was having lunch with a friend yesterday, and we talked about a great idea how to capitalize on this Atari 50th anniversary thing that's so popular and so well reviewed right now. I'm going to do a series of shorts talking about all the cool things that are in it, but little bite-sized things, because it almost defies a full review to be comprehensive. So I'm going to start working on that. I'm going to work on today. That's a focus today, I think. If I get more done, great, but I'm at least knock out 2 or 3 or 5 of those, like bang, 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 get a bunch of those out and really hammer the shorts algorithm. I think that's going to be useful. And I have an appointment today. I mentioned the live stream last week, but raffles apparently are against policy. I didn't know that. But someone mentioned to me Whatnot, which we've actually looked at in the past. It's kind of like an online auction, eBay, YouTube hybrid thing. They're very picky about letting people on. I accepted my application, but today I have to do an onboarding process that will allow me to further, in addition to eBay, make some revenue off of liquidating a bunch of collectibles that I have around my house from years and years and years and years of hoarding and collecting. So that's later today. And that actually takes me directly into the topic I wanted to talk about at the end of the video today, which is, I remember this whole thing was not like a spur of the moment, I was laid off, here's the new plan. Like, I've been thinking about this for months, maybe a year, thinking that, man, if I ever did get laid off, or if I ever got the courage to quit to try this, well, the latter was never going to happen probably, but if I ever got laid off, I would want to try this. But I was even thinking then, I have a lot of money invested and tied up in collectibles and toys and knickknacks and autographed things and whatever. And I remember thinking, I can liquidate that stuff if I have to stay afloat, to try to give myself time to do this. But I remember thinking too, man, it would be sad to lose all that stuff that I spent so much time seeking and collecting and curating. But over the last couple of weeks, as I've been, raffling off some things and eBaying some things, I came to a realization that I think sounds so new age crystal-y pyramid power that I can't believe I'm going to say it. It's going to come out of my face. And that's those things really don't matter that much. Now that I don't know how to phrase this, they don't matter as much to me now that I don't need them to offset my other unhappiness in my life, in my career, in my work. Obviously there are things, especially like some of the things on my set, that I'll put them in my shopping cart when I'm homeless. I'm not going to get rid of those. I don't want to lose those. But there's a lot of stuff that I found I literally just bought not because I wanted to use it or I planned on displaying it. I just wanted to have it. And I thought that was satisfying. It was satisfying some emptiness or some lacking. And I thought what it was substituting or filling was a desire to collect. And while that might be partially true, I'm realizing that when I let a few of those things go, I wasn't mortified. I wasn't grief-stricken. I think I can do a lot of liquidating that'll make my house neater, for sure. Empty my closets quite a bit. There's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, if anybody you know me personally or visited, there's a lot. And I always I pile it in buckets and storage tubs and put it in the attic, and this is mine forever. And again, there are a few things like that are mine forever, but there's way more. I would say 80%, 70%, I don't know. I'm backing off like a chicken. 60%, 10%. There's a large percentage that I don't need, really. I like to have them. I'm happy I have them. I like to tell people I have one at home kind of thing, but I don't need it because it really is still, I guess, that so much of it's still here. It really was a pacifier, to make me feel better in the times I'm not working when I'm buying that stuff versus the times that I was working and wished I could be chasing down this dream. So I feel good about that. Surprised about it too. So if you see me, whatnotting or eBaying or raffling or whatever we do, gadgets like that, I want to make sure, don't feel like, oh, this poor guy is getting rid of the things he loves so much. I'm not. I'm not getting rid of things I love. I'm getting rid of stuff that I thought I loved, and turns out it was just a thing that I picked up and looked at for a while, and somebody else can have it now. I never thought I'd feel that way about the things that I viciously collected, but I think so. I think it's changing the way I think. Some. I think that's enough for today. I have a lot of work to do. I have a couple of appointments. I'm going to go see Wakanda Forever tonight with some friends. That should be fun. I thank you so much for watching the vlog today. If you're watching regularly, you know that I love you for doing that. I hope you have a fantastic day and take excellent care of yourself, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.